我去医院做了一个生育力检测，我的雌激素水平已经达到绝经的状态了，也就是说，我几乎不可能怀上孩子。
A 36-year-old unmarried, childless woman has gone through menopause and lost the ability to have children, leading her to break down in tears. When she thinks about the future, it becomes even more heartbreaking. The woman says, "My company went bankrupt, and now I can't have children. I doubt anyone would want to marry me. How am I supposed to survive without an income? Even if I live, there's no meaning in it." Zhang Xiaoli works hard during the day for her career, but her personal life at night is as lonely as the silent night itself. It's not that she hasn't tried dating, but she always feels that those men can't meet her expectations and aren't good enough for her. Zhang Xiaoli is beautiful, which is the source of her confidence and one of the reasons she has high standards in finding a partner. That's why she's still single in her 30s. Sometimes, she asks herself if she should lower her standards. But each time, she firmly shakes her head, believing she deserves to wait for the right person. She tells herself that no matter what, she is an independent, confident, and beautiful woman who won't give up her right to find true love due to age or societal pressure. She will continue to wait for the man who can make her heart flutter and make her willing to let down her strong exterior. However, recently, Zhang Xiaoli's company has faced a crisis and business has plummeted. She is so worried that she can't sleep, and her menstrual cycle has become irregular, with her period not coming at all. So she went to the hospital for a fertility test. The results left her devastated. Her estrogen levels had reached a menopausal state, meaning it's almost impossible for her to conceive. This news hit Zhang Xiaoli like a bolt from the blue, shattering her confidence. She suddenly decided that since she couldn't have children, no man would want her. And with her company in crisis and no income, who could she rely on in the future? Even living seemed meaningless. So Zhang Xiaoli cried, tears streaming down her face as she expressed her regret, urging other women not to make the same mistake. This incident sparked heated discussions. Some netizens said, "We have a goddess here, 45 years old, who also went through menopause but ended up marrying a young CEO from a listed company, a 23-year-old handsome guy, with a dowry of over 7 million renminbi. Don't ever settle." Others said, "I also went through menopause at 37. It's a bit early, but it's also convenient. No more dealing with sanitary pads every month. How uncomfortable is that? It's so much cleaner this way. Of course, I got married early and have 2 kids." Another netizen said, "Don't worry. I was trying for a second child, and the hospital test said my uterus was like that of a 50-year-old, but I still conceived naturally. Don't stress too much about the test results. Having a good mindset is the most important thing." Many older single women in China have a saying, "Better to proudly grow moldy than to settle unwillingly." Only when you hit a dead end do you realize your mistake. Even if you can have children, why would an outstanding man choose a 36-year-old over a 26-year-old? Moreover, having children is a necessary condition for a happy family, making Zhang Xiaoli's options even fewer. Of course, the most important thing now is to find a partner and try quickly. There might still be a chance to conceive. If you wait too long, hope will be lost. So, I advise girls to marry early if they can. To a man, no matter what education or beauty you have in the end, it's still less important than the ability to have children. What do you think about this situation? Although the story of this older single woman is heartbreaking, the truth is that many other older single women are also experiencing similar internal breakdowns. On the surface, they appear strong, striving to maintain an image of independence and confidence, but deep down, they are enduring unspeakable pressure and loneliness. Facing the dual pressures of society and age, they often choose to silently bear their burdens, putting on a brave front to hide their vulnerabilities from others.
我今年38岁，大龄剩女，至今未婚未育。
I'm 38 this year, and as an older single woman, still unmarried and childless, I really feel like I've completely failed. Truly, I'm already 38, and it feels like I still have nothing. No children, no family, no husband, and I've even reached the age where not even a dog wants me. It's truly laughable. My current situation is really very sad. I can't even bring myself happiness. My degree is inferior to others, my family background is not as good as others, and my looks are not what they used to be. Now, all I have left are my humble 3 views, a worthless sense of self-respect, and a strict moral baseline. What can I even talk about in terms of love now? What can I rely on to find the kind of man I once dreamed of? On Valentine's Day the year before last, I was still holding my phone, watching others show off their love. Last Valentine's Day, I was still holding my phone, continuing to watch others show off their happiness. This Valentine's Day, I feel even worse. Not a single guy messaged me, and I could only silently hold my phone, watching others enjoying happiness as couples. I can only continue to hope that next Valentine's Day, I will find my boyfriend. In the past, I always said I didn't want to date, but the truth is that in real life, no one was pursuing me. Even I find myself ridiculous. For a woman, 38 years old is a terrifying reality. Who would still want you? Some people even compare me to something that has already stopped water, stopped electricity, and tripped the breaker. Hearing these comments, I'm truly heartbroken. Now that I think about it, I really am ridiculous, and I don't even know what I should do anymore. The current situation is that a group of older single men are looking for girlfriends, and a group of older single women are looking for boyfriends. Then these 2 groups are each searching on their own, not disturbing each other, and both looking down on the other. So, what should be done? How should we face this reality?
马上就要35了，真的感觉越来越焦虑了。
I haven't been sleeping well these past few days. As I approach 35 years old, my anxiety is growing stronger. I've been single for 5 years, and severe insomnia often keeps me tossing and turning at night. Recently, I haven't even closed my eyes for 2 or 3 days. Everyone says that after 35, women are considered to be of advanced maternal age when pregnant, and I am quickly approaching that stage. Actually, what I desire most now is to have a child. Other issues don't worry me as much. Because I realize that as I age, it becomes increasingly difficult to have children, so I'm now caught in a dilemma. Should I hurry up and get married and have a child as soon as possible? I truly feel the difference between men and women in this regard. Men can still have children in their 40s or 50s, but if a woman misses her prime years, she may find herself unable to do so even if she wants to. So, I'm really worried that having a child at an older age will be dangerous, especially since I don't feel like I'm in the best physical condition right now. I'm often troubled by depression, low spirits, and insomnia. If I don't get married soon and delay until after 40, I'm afraid that even if I want to have a child then, it might be too late. This is my biggest worry right now, and it's making it hard for me to sleep at night. Many people are advising me to focus on making money now, saying that as long as I have money, even if I don't get married in the future, I can still afford a place to retire. But I think that even if I have money in the future, without a child by my side, paying someone else to take care of me might not be as attentive. Therefore, I still feel that marriage is the most desirable thing for me at the moment.
我是95年的，今年已经30岁了。
I was born in 1995, and I'm already 30 years old this year. Many of my good friends around me are all talking about marriage, and now I'm the only one left who isn't married yet. Many of my relatives say that I'm too picky, and that I'm not proactive enough during blind dates, which is why I've ended up becoming an older single woman. But that's really not the case. I know my own worth. I'm average looking, with an average education, and from an average family background. So, I don't have any requirements for things like houses, cars, or bride price. I just want to find someone who I can talk to, someone we both like. I really don't care much about other external conditions, but still, I haven't found anyone. I don't even know where the problem lies. Every time I go on a blind date, I'm very proactive, but some of the guys I like just stop contacting me after they go home. When I think about it now, I really feel anxious, fearing that as time goes by, I'll just keep getting older.
现在真的是挺矛盾的，大家帮我评评理。
Lately, I've really found myself in a huge dilemma, so I need everyone to help me judge the situation. I'm 39 years old this year, which makes me an older, high-quality leftover woman. But no matter what I do, it seems like there's always someone with something to say about me. When I lower my standards, some people say that I'm too old, that no one wants me anymore, so that's why I've lowered my standards. They even say that at my age, I can't have children anymore, so why would anyone want a woman like me? Some people even say that I could be someone's grandmother by now, yet I still dare to have requirements? But if I don't lower my standards, others say that I'm too greedy, that my demands are too high, asking if my body is made of gold to deserve such a high bride price. Some even mock me, saying why don't I just go rob a bank, that would get me money faster. The most outrageous ones even tell me to look in the mirror, to see what kind of condition I'm in, and how I still dare to ask for a bride price, saying that I'm no longer an 18-year-old girl. No matter what I say, it seems like there's always someone ready to argue with me, and no one stands on my side to support me. So now, I'm really conflicted. I've already lowered my standards. I'm no longer demanding a car, a house, or even a specific height for the man. Yet, even more people criticize me for it. I truly can't figure out what's wrong with me. I think I look pretty good. I have an education, a car, and a house, and I'm kind-hearted. You could say I'm someone who can handle both the living room and the kitchen. I really don't see what my problem is. But why are there always so many trolls criticizing me? In the past, I required that the man be at least 1.85 meters tall and that the bride price be 300,000 renminbi. I thought that if others can have it, I should be able to as well. But back then, everyone called me a gold digger, asking why I had such high demands. I don't know if they truly can't see my strengths or what. I feel that since I've never been married, I'm beautiful, with a good figure, my strengths are countless. Yet, those trolls seem to be blind to them, always nitpicking and using all sorts of negative words to hurt me, as if they just can't stand to see others doing well. When they see that I'm excellent, it's like it makes them uncomfortable. When they see that I'm beautiful, it's like their self-esteem is hurt. Why do these people act this way? Or has society become so unrealistic now that no one dares to speak the truth? Everyone can see my appearance. I haven't deliberately used beauty filters, just adjusted my skin tone to be a bit lighter, because I naturally have slightly dark skin, and I can honestly admit that. But my facial features haven't changed. The way I appear in photos is exactly how I look in real life. Many people say that I'd look very ugly without beauty filters. But in fact, I haven't used any beauty filters, and everyone should be able to see that I'm naturally beautiful. Whether in real life or in the online world, my beauty is beyond doubt. Those trolls really should open their eyes and take a good look to see if that's true. As a high-quality older single woman born in 1990, I am already 35 years old this year, unmarried and childless. Yesterday, I went to a matchmaking corner. After seeing the crowded scene, I took a casual walk around and realized that I really don't have much of a market anymore. How did I notice this? Because most of the people there have stable jobs, and the majority hold a master's degree. Even they can't find a partner, so my chances are even slimmer. Moreover, it's difficult for me to find a suitable guy with just a bachelor's degree. This sense of frustration suddenly surged in my heart. I have always thought that my requirements were not high, but my mom always felt that I was a bit picky. Thinking back to my 20s, my standards included appearance, height, emotional intelligence, education, stable income, house, car, and so on. But in my 30s, I can't use the same criteria I had in my 20s. Naturally, my standards have lowered. Even so, I find it still very difficult to find a suitable partner. My requirements have now dropped to the lowest possible point. I no longer require height in a man, and I can overlook appearance, as long as he has a stable job and income, with a monthly salary of around 20,000 renminbi, give or take a bit. However, even with these reduced criteria, it's still hard to find a suitable candidate. So, I advise my fellow sisters, you must get yourself married before the age of 30, during the best years of your life. At that time, in your 20s, you still have the chance to choose a quality man, and your chances of success are quite high. But after you reach your 30s, you'll find that it becomes increasingly difficult to find someone who meets your standards. Sometimes, finding a normal man is already pretty good, but his other aspects may not necessarily meet your expectations. I originally thought that finding a partner in my 30s would be an easy task, but I have found that I greatly miscalculated. So, ladies, make sure to seize the opportunities while you're young.
29岁的大龄剩女真的是太难了。
As a 29-year-old older single woman, I truly feel very helpless. I once longed for love and marriage, hoping to find a suitable partner. But the reality is that men with good conditions look down on me, while I can't accept those with worse conditions. And so, year after year, I end up empty-handed. Later, I tried to broaden my options, but everyone said I had too high expectations. In frustration, I had to repeatedly lower my standards to a level that I could barely accept. As a result, I decided to stop looking for a boyfriend. However, the consequence of not seeking a partner is that my family, friends, and relatives keep urging me incessantly, making it hard for me to breathe. I feel that I'm still under 30 years old. I haven't committed theft or robbery. Yet it seems I've been stamped with an age label that even dogs disdain. In the face of such a situation, what should I do? What do you think I can do? I certainly can't just marry a very poor quality man casually, as that would really be unfair to myself.
Do you think older single women are really not anxious at all? In fact, among 10 older single women, at least 9 are very anxious. They just don't want to admit it. They know that if they don't get married soon, they might not even be able to have children. You will find that men with better conditions than them won't choose them at all. And men with similar conditions are either already married or divorced with children. If these older single women are asked to become stepmothers to other people's children, they would feel both embarrassed and unwilling. Therefore, their requirements can only be lowered repeatedly from expecting a height of 1.80 meters to 1.75 meters, then from 1.75 meters to 1.70 meters. Their educational requirements for men drop from a master's degree to a bachelor's degree, and then from a bachelor's degree to a diploma. Their income requirements for men fall from 300,000 renminbi per year to 200,000 renminbi, then to 150,000 renminbi, even to the point where they start doubting life. In the end, the answer from men is still, I don't want to find an older woman. In the eyes of men, the so-called excellent woman is not about high education or high income. Youth, beauty, and kindness are the only assets women have.